Welcome back to Talking Shop, a project of 1517. Go check out all of the great resources over at 1517.org/craft of preaching. We are in the 8th Sunday after Pentecost. This is, what proper are we on this week?
Yep.
It is proper 13.
Proper 13, thanks. We are in Ecclesiastes chapters 1 and 2. Bob, would you give us the 10-second pitch of why we should preach the Old Testament this week?
It's an excellent comparison between the life that we live and the life that we try to get, and it's contrasted over against the life that God gives only in Christ. And so this is a wonderful sermon to talk about the wisdom of the world versus the wisdom of God, what giving and taking is, who is good, what is good, and finally, what is life all about?
True that.
All right, let's get after it.
In every way, yet I'm still welcome in the arms of the King.
All right, welcome back. We are in Ecclesiastes 1 and 2. Bob, would you give us some context and help us get our bearings at the beginning of Ecclesiastes?
Yeah, Ecclesiastes is actually part of 3 wisdom books that are meant to be read together in your Hebrew Bible. You're supposed to first have read Proverbs, which tells you if you do this, your life will be amazing. And then you hit Ecclesiastes and, you did all that and your life wasn't actually amazing. There was a lot of meaninglessness without God. And then the third book you're supposed to read is Job, where there's a guy who actually lives this just and upright way, and all kinds of terrible things happen to him, and we're all left going, wait, what?
Why?
Yeah, why? And the answer was that the true wisdom was to fear the Lord and to trust in him alone for salvation, which of course gets us down the road to the wisdom of God, who is Jesus Christ. So, yeah.
Good. So let's get into this text. It is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 2. Then we jump to 12 through 14. And then we jump to chapter 2, verses 18 through 26.
Let's maybe divide it in half. Let's do 2 and 12 to 14, and then handle chapter 2 as a unit. What do
All
you
right,
think?
sounds good. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. I, the preacher, have been king over Israel and Jerusalem, and I applied my heart to seek and to search out by wisdom all that is done under heaven. It is an unhappy business that God has given to the children of man to be busy with. I have seen everything that is done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and a striving after the wind.
Whew. That's this is the word of the Lord. Me, I mean, it's true though, It's just like the ultimate form of buyer's remorse, that you've really desired this thing in order to give your life some kind of meaning, joy, completeness, wholeness. I don't know, throw in any type of adjective you want. And then you get it and it's like, oh, my life is still messed up. Dang it. Why did I work so hard for that?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it wasn't worth placing my hope in.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like the buyer's remorse can kick in when you put too much expectation on something.
Yeah, like this thing was going to change my life rather than
Yeah.
what God can.
If I could only get this,
Yeah.
then I'd be happy. If it's just a little bit more, and at some point I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
And then Solomon got there,
Yeah.
but it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. More money, more problems. It's really hard to give that wisdom though to somebody who says no, like if they have money problems, to say no, money actually will fix this problem, but money was never really going to fix it. It was a heart problem,
Yeah,
a
that's
head
right.
problem, a wisdom problem.
And you get into the 1st and 9th and 10th commandments there, I think.
Yeah, go ahead, say more. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
In that we ought to fear, love, and trust in God above all things.
Yeah.
Right? And the rest of the commandments being an unpacking of that. And the 9th and 10th commandments of coveting other people's stuff, other people's things.
Yeah.
Because we are not content in ourselves and in what God has already given us.
Yes.
And so we covet other people's stuff for our own sense of value, worth, identity, meaning, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of being content with what God has already given us and trusting that God can and will and has provided for all of our needs.
Yeah.
It's like Count of Monte Cristo, right? Alexander Dumas, Edmond Dantes, and Fernand. Like the rich man envied the contentment of the poor man, so he ruined his life, and then the poor man became the rich man, tried to ruin the rich man's life, and at the end of it, it was all still vanity.
Yeah.
Really good movie, though.
Great book, too. Yeah.
It's a thick book.
It is, yeah. And it was based kind of partially off of his father's experience. His father was a political prisoner in Chateau d'If, And so part of that was just kind of him working out kind of the vanity of the French life at that time and how it was all meaningless. And then they tried to create meaning, and it was apart from God, that the French Revolution tried to create a non-Christian society, and it just failed, spectacularly.
And isn't that kind of the situation that we find ourselves in today in Western culture in general? Like, what was it? Dr. Bierman refers to it as transvalued values.
Interesting.
In other words, there is no meaning except for what it means to you.
Oh, yeah.
Normal nihilism.
Oh.
In essence, that even among American Christians, oftentimes it only has meaning because I've given it meaning.
Yeah, that's exactly correct.
That is exactly the state of our culture.
Yeah.
It only matters if it matters to you.
Yeah.
Nothing is of ultimate value. Like, everyone is functionally a nihilist in the sense that we place meaning on things.
Yeah.
And that's where its meaning comes from.
I think that's something that I observed recently is everybody's like, well, this is my truth, and therefore you have to accept it as the truth. And I'm going, no, there actually is a truth out there, and it will be critical of me, and it'll be critical of you, and like we have to conform our lives to it, rather than kind of everybody's truth is their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how much of that also, I think, goes back to First Commandment issues of we want to be God.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly
like,
right.
We want to be the ones that assign meaning and worth and value to everything. And it's like, hey, guess what? There's this thing outside of you that's greater than you and bigger than you that actually defines everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to be the way. I want to be the truth. I want to have my life. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh,
I want to define reality.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
And I think I functionally see that in some of my folks and people in my community, that like it's their world, and Christ and his kingdom, the church, is just part of their world.
A parade float in their celebration.
Right.
Yeah.
Rather than like Christ, his kingdom, his creation, and we're a part of that. It's like this paradigm shift of how people, I think, actually operate in contrast to what we read in the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really hard to accept somebody else's reality as what's going to happen.
Yeah.
When I'm wearing my little macrame crown, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'd have to confront the reality that I'm not actually in control.
Yikes.
And I think that's what Solomon is rubbing up against too.
Yeah.
He has more power than anyone could imagine, more wealth than anyone could imagine, more wisdom than anyone's ever heard of.
Yeah.
And what's it worth?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Vanity of vanities.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Hebrew word there for vanity means vapor or mist. But you had brought out that it's the same word for Abel, Havel, right? Is where his name means breath. His life was but a breath. Okay, cool.
Should we go on to the second part of this text?
The second half.
Second chapter. I hated all my toil in which I toil under the sun, seeing that I must leave it to the man who will come after me. And who knows whether he will be wise or a fool? Yet he will be master of all for which I toiled, and used my wisdom under the sun. This also is vanity. So I turned about and gave my heart up to despair over all the toil of my labors under the sun. Because sometimes a person who has toiled with wisdom and knowledge and skill must leave everything to be enjoyed by someone who did not toil for it. This also is vanity and a great evil. What is a man from all the toil and striving of heart with which he toils beneath the sun? For all his days are full of sorrow, and his work is a vexation. Even in the night his heart does not rest. This also is vanity. There is nothing better for a person than that he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his toil. This also, I saw, is from the hand of God. For apart from him, who can eat or who can have enjoyment? For to the one who pleases him, God has given wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner, he has given the business of gathering and collecting, only to give to one who pleases God. This also is vanity and a striving after wind.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm struck by that we spend the first half of our life, typically in the West, we spend the first half of our life in getting things, right? So the whole first half of our life is just, I need to get perfect car, perfect house, perfect wife, perfect life, perfect kids, perfect job, perfect recognition. And I'm just getting. And then at some point in life, you realize that life starts taking. And so it starts to take all these things away. And that becomes a trust exercise. So as we're getting, we think that we're building the life that can endure, it's trustworthy life. And then the second half of your life, things start getting taken away. And it's this trust exercise with God. What happens, if you lose your house, or you lose your car, or you lose contact with your family members, you lose the respect of your spouse, you lose your health, you lose your reputation, you lose your mind. I don't know.
All of it.
Yeah, and then it's a trust exercise all the way down to this moment. What does it mean then that at the end, that if God takes everything, including your breath, can you trust God even when he takes your last breath? And the answer is, of course, yes, because he's the only one who can give it back again. And so I think that this part
That'll preach.
Yeah.
It's outstanding.
It's just a profound realization that, life is full of getting until it's not. Then it's full of taking. And in those moments, your trust level increases with God because all the important things start to matter.
Do you think this accounts for what we'd call the midlife crisis?
I think so.
You even thinking about crisis in the Greek terms, right?
Yeah.
That this is a time of judgment.
Yes,
where you have to actually pass judgment, decide.
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to trust God as life is narrowing down?
Yeah, the midlife crisis has that kind of last grab at everything that you've been trying to attain.
Mm-hmm.
Power, significance, virility, control, all those kind of things. It's your last grab.
Yeah. What are you holding on to?
Yeah, it's all vanity.
Yep.
Yeesh. Yeah.
What a call to prioritize the right things in life.
Yeah.
Namely, fearing, loving, and trusting in God above all things. Right?
Right.
Yeah,
and it's interesting when it comes to you get the issue of inheritance.
Oh, yeah.
So whether or not someone is wise or foolish, they're going to get what you worked for in your hard work and your wisdom, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
You'll see jokes like this, especially where we live in the Southwest. You'll have older people have a bumper sticker that says, "I'm spending my kid's inheritance," or things like that.
Oh, that's dark.
That was but it's a real thing where they're just like, I worked hard for this, they didn't, I'm not leaving them anything. And I'd heard that recently with, I don't know what the relationship was, but like Gene Hackman and his tragic died in his home and didn't get found for weeks.
Oh yeah, with his wife and his dog.
They'd cut off all contact with his children and didn't leave them anything. I mean, it was just,
oh man,
wow,
yikes! What an indictment.
I know.
Yeah.
because I really liked him.
I did too. And Superman and,
Yeah.
you know.
The Royal Tenenbaums. That's
Royal
his
Tenenbaums?
greatest role.
Oh, yeah. That's really good too.
I was thinking Enemy of the State.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was good too. Yeah.
But if you, apart from Christ, I mean, why wouldn't you just live it up?
Yeah.
You know, just spend as much as you can, indulge as much as you can, because the guy that comes after you doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a savage way to live.
I've kind of been wrestling with the idea of what are you building?
Okay.
Like, 2/3 of the community that I live in are 65 and older, and so right, they're thinking about their legacy. And so, what is it that you're building?
Yeah.
Most of your kids are not connected to the one holy Christian apostolic church. Your grandkids are not connected to the church. Like, you're building a kingdom for what?
Yeah.
Like, that you've worked hard in your career, you've built this estate, but what is it that you're building? Like, what's the end goal of this? Where is it going, and what are you doing?
Yeah.
And does it last?
I will tear down my barns and build larger ones and have ample goods laid up for many years.
Right?
Fool, your life will be required of you.
Alternatively,
Yeah.
let me tell you about the King of all of the kings,
Yeah.
who is returning,
Yeah.
and his kingdom.
And when he died, well, no, this is your point, right?
Well, this was a thought that I had because unlike how Solomon describes it, this is as a great evil
Yeah.
or wickedness or
Yeah.
calamity.
Yeah.
The idea is that we all inherit everything Christ strove for, labored, toiled for in his wisdom, and we inherit it without any work on our part.
And he didn't do it for vanity.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not the only one that's not a vanity is that without any merit or worthiness in me. You know?
That'll preach too.
That'll preach too. I think one of the big questions in Ecclesiastes is finally, who is good before God? I think that's a big overarching question, and we're all kind of left going, only God himself. But I think for you, showing the contrast that Christ is the only one who is good. Finally, our goodness is established only through Christ. His legacy was the only one that wasn't vanity. I think that's good. I think that's a good gospel hook for this. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise it's pretty hopeless.
Yeah.
The whole book seems to feel pretty hopeless.
Oh, for sure.
But where does Solomon arrive? I'm just trying to scroll down to the end of it,
Oh, to the very end.
The very last verses. The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether good or evil.
Yeah.
In the end, after all of Solomon's wealth, wisdom, power, authority, and labor, in the end, fear God, keep his commandments, or, his instruction.
Yeah. Yeah, well said.
Where I was going with that, what are you building? Is Revelation 7.
Oh, go for it.
Right? Like, Christ and his kingdom are returning.
Yeah.
And that's the thing we ought to be working for and striving for, right? Is proclaiming word and sacrament, proclaiming Jesus.
Yeah.
And we get to participate in the building of that kingdom that is eternal and doesn't waste away. Mm-hmm. Right? And so we're putting like all of this work and all of these great legal plans into place to build a kingdom that isn't going to last. But we are also part of Christ's kingdom that does endure.
Love that.
And a lot of it's a matter of perspective, because the hearer isn't a preacher, probably not teaching or anything like that. The labor that they do is not in vain, because it is for the sake of their neighbor, the people that God has placed under their charge.
Yeah.
That is you can either be building your own kingdom or the kingdom of God, but one of them is completely vanity and emptiness, and the other one has eternal consequence.
Right.
I think it's in the middle of Ecclesiastes to talk about, what you do with your hands. is vanity. But
Yeah.
what God does with his hands is eternal. And so that's to your point that you're both making, is it's finally only the thing that God establishes with the work of his hand, which of course we see in his nail-scarred hand, crucified and alive again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get to proclaim that.
Yeah.
Like every
and
week.
receive it. Yeah. Receive it and proclaim it. Yeah. Yeah. Come here. Come and to a place where they offered me bread without price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Free sandwich? I'd go to that party.
I love sandwiches.
I love sandwiches, clearly. Okay, I think that's all that we got for this text. Anything else?
I don't think so.
No, I think it's a pertinent text
Yeah.
for our hearers today, because we do live in an age of transvalued values, and where is there to be found any meaning in life?
Yeah,
It's in Christ.
it's got to be.
Who
The word of the Lord endures forever.
That's right.
Oh, that'll do.
All right, if you would please like and subscribe on YouTube, share this video with another preacher, get together with some other preachers, talk about this craft of preaching. Your flock will be blessed. Your preaching will be blessed. The kingdom will be blessed by better preaching. And so God bless your preaching.